Hello everyone and welcome to MoneySense Mondays. This session today is for young people between the ages of 5 and 8, and today we're going to be exploring needs and wants. My name is Lisa and I'm a community banker for the Royal Bank of Scotland, and I cover Renfrewshire, Inverclyde and also North Ayrshire. Every society hopes that its children will grow up to be kind and responsible people who contribute to the well-being of their communities. All human beings, no matter their age or where they live, their culture or even their status, have the right to basic needs. Learning about these needs is an important life global skill and an education. Wants are often different from needs. A want is simply something that a person would like to have.
Hello everyone, my name is Miss McPherson and I'm a primary teacher in Paisley in Scotland. I'm really missing school and I'm sure lots of you watching at home are too, so I'm delighted that RBS have asked me to co-host MoneySense Mondays and share lots of exciting activities with you. During the session, you will need some pens and paper. Hopefully you have these already, but if not, quickly go and collect them now. While we're waiting to make sure that everyone's ready to get started, let's say hello to some of you at home who have joined us today. So I can see that we have Kira, age 6, joined us. Hello to you.
We've got Alex, who's age 7 in Forfar.
We've got Lucy as well. Good morning, Lucy.
And we've got Finlay from St James.
We've got Lucas joining us as well, and this is actually his 4th session, so good morning to you. Thanks for joining us again. Hope you're enjoying them.
We've got Ollie, age 7 from Fife.
And we've got Ethan, who's 7, and Owen, who's 5 from Carluke. So lots of people joining this morning. So let's start by taking a look at all of the things that are going to be on the screen in a little minute and decide whether they are needs or wants. So Derek, if we can have the screen, thank you. As you can see, we have shelter, so this could be a house or a flat. We have food and water. We've got electronics, so this might be iPads, tablets, or your TV, etc. A holiday, clothes, and finally some toys and games. Remember that needs are something that we must have to live and survive, whereas wants are things that we would like to have, but we don't actually need to survive. We want you to split these into 2 columns. So which ones do you think are needs and which ones do you think are wants? If you can, post a comment for us below. While we're waiting for you at home to have a go at this activity, we're going to join our connected families to see how they are this MoneySense Monday and see what they think about this. We've actually got 3 families this morning. So let's join Nick and Tilly first. Good morning. Lovely to have you back, Tilly. Are you glad to be back? Yep. What do you think? Could you tell me what one of these, pick one of them, and either tell me if you think it's a need or a want?
Your house you want.
You don't need a house.
You need your house. You need your clothes. You need your food and
Just
water.
Just one.
You're getting so ahead of yourself, thank you. But lots and lots of things that we need. So that's right, we need food and water, and we need shelter, so we need a house, and we definitely need clothes, don't we? Thanks, we'll pop back to you soon. Let's see if we can go to Anna and Samuel just now. Good morning, how are you?
Morning.
What do you think about electronics? So, I don't know what you're on. I think it might be an iPad, but an iPad or a tablet or a phone, what do you think that is? Do you think that's a need or do you think it's a want?
Need.
You need it, do you? Are you sure? No, maybe you want it.
Thank you. We'll speak to you soon. And finally, let's join Charlie. And I think Charlie might have someone with him this morning. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. Who's this you've got, Charlie?
Say hello.
Hi.
Is Logan a wee bit shy?
We're pretending.
What about a holiday, Charlie? What do you think? Do you think that's something we need or do you think it's just something that we want?
It's something that people want.
Good. It's something that people want, really, isn't it? But I'm sure in the current situation that everybody might think it's something they absolutely need.
Yeah.
Super, thank you. Let's have a wee look at the people at home. So we've got Freya saying that you need food, drinks, a house and clothes. So they are all the things that we would say are things that you definitely need. And we've got Harry. Sorry, Lisa, on you go.
No, you're all right. Ellie has said that wants are holidays, toys and electronics. So that's another good answer.
Exactly. So we know that food and water, shelter, or this could be our house or a flat that we live in, clothing to keep us warm, and healthcare, which is not there, like medicine and education as well, are needs. Whereas wants are more things like electronics. So, like I say, iPads, tablets, or even game consoles, toys and games, and a holiday are also things that we want. So, let's hear now from our community banker, Lisa, to tell us more about needs and wants.
Thank you, Miss McPherson. For needs and wants, we need to ensure that everyone knows how much that they have in their account so that they know how much they can spend on their needs and how much is left over for their wants. Now, banks can help people look after their money by reviewing their accounts on a regular basis to show them how much they're spending every month or week, depending on when they get paid. Also remember, there are different ways that we pay for things for wants and needs. So we could pay by direct debit, by standing order, via the internet, and even some people are using PayPal. And always remember that a need should be a priority and should be paid for at the beginning of the month or when we get our salary in. For example, with things we were talking about like rent or mortgage, your bills for your electricity, your food, whereas the wants always come after your needs and after you've been paid. Those are the things that you spend money on that's left over. Some months, people might have more money left to spend on wants than others, or they might only spend money on needs for a few months of the year.
Thanks, Lisa. So, just now we're going to meet the Jackson family. So, this is just a made up family. They have just spent all of their money for this month on toys. So, they've not bought anything else apart from toys. Do you think this was a good idea? What else could they have spent their money on? We want you to have a think about this at home and either write your ideas down on paper or leave a comment for us below. And while we're waiting for you to do that, we're going to join Samuel and Anna and see if they can tell us if there's anything that they should have spent their money on instead of toys. What do you think, guys?
Food and water.
Food and water, that's a good one, isn't it? Because we've just spoken about how toys are a want, but food and water is something we need to survive, isn't it? So that's a great one. Any other ones that you can think of?
If you spend all your money, you can't get anything else.
That's a good point to make. Yep, if they've spent all their money on toys, then they actually can't buy anything else anyway. Super, thanks guys. We'll come back to you soon. Let's have a wee look at the comments then, Lisa. So we've got Philip saying food, so that's the same as what Anna and Samuel were saying.
Yeah. Holly thinks that you could have spent the money on food and electricity.
That's a good one. We've got a house and clothes from Isla. Great, so some super ideas coming in from everyone at home. Some of the ones I thought of were paying bills. So you might want to pay your rent or your mortgage or your electricity bills. We had food, we had clothes, school equipment's one that I kind of thought of. That's right up my street. Petrol, so that you can drive about in your car. And if you might want to travel and things, go on some holidays as a family. Now, let's try and make a list of your own wants. So forget about the Jackson family, think about your family or you and what you want. I wonder if you could think of 5 things that you want and write them down on paper at home. Once you've done that, I want you to choose your most important one from your list and ask a grown-up, if they can, to post the one that you think is the most important out of your 5 as a comment for us. Remember to explain why you chose this one too. So while we're waiting for the comments to come through, I'm going to ask if we can join Charlie and Logan and see if they can choose one of their wants. So are you still writing your 5 wants down just now, Charlie?
No, I've got some in my head.
Oh, super. So can you pick, out of the ones that are in your head, can you pick one that you think is your most important one, the one that you really, really want?
A new bed.
A new bed? It's a good one. Do you have any idea what kind of bed that you want? Not sure. Need to do some research into it. Super. Logan, have you got anything that you really, really want?
What would you like?
Toys.
Toys. That's a good one. That's going to be a popular one, I think. Toys. Super. Thanks, guys. And let's join Tilly really quickly as well and see if she's got anything that she wants.
What things do you want, Tilly? You want your Switch, your Nintendo Switch.
Ah, that's a good one. I think they're quite hard
Can't
to come
do that till
by
you
just
finish
now.
the work.
Oh, have you got one
We
on
have
your
one,
house?
but we
Ah,
but
but
you
you
don't get it till
really
after
want to
school
play
work.
it.
Gave it to me.
Santa brought you it. Fantastic. That's a great one. That'll keep you busy after your schoolwork.
It's actually for me and Grace.
Oh, you and Gracie shared it. Super. That's a great thing to do, sharing
And
things, isn't it?
Daddy and Mama.
And Dad and Mum too. Wow. Thanks. Let's have a wee look at the comments. So I've got Jack here would like another pet rabbit the most. So out of all the wants that he came up with, his pet rabbit was the one he wants the most.
We've got Cooper from Motherwell. He's got a few. So holiday, maybe going to watch football, sweeties, toys, and going out for food as well. That's something that people are missing at the moment.
But Lucy, who's age 8, really wants baking stuff. That's quite a good one at the moment as well. I know lots of people have become expert bakers while they're stuck in the house.
And Ollie, out of the 5, which is the most that he wants, is for school to return to see all his friends and family.
Oh, that's fantastic. I really want that as well. That's my biggest want just now. Super, lots and lots of wants. So let's move on to our next activity then. As we get older, our needs and wants change. Why might people not always get what they want? Even as an adult or a grown-up, we don't always get what we want. Why might that be? Write your answers on paper or comment them below for us to see. And while we're waiting for them to come through again, let's join one of our connected families. Let's go to Samuel and Anna this time. Do you get any ideas why people might not always get what they want, even if they're a grown-up?
Because you were bad.
You were bad.
And you don't have any money.
And you
If
don't
grown-ups don't have any money, yeah, exactly. So if you don't have enough money to buy your needs and your wants, you're obviously going to buy your needs first. So that's a great one. Thanks, guys. Let's see if any comments have come in yet, Lisa.
Yep, so we've got Ellie who says other things to pay for.
Yep, we've got Anne saying that things might be too expensive for you to afford, so it might not be in your budget. I know we've spoken about budgets in previous sessions. So if it's not within your budget, then you can't afford it and you can't get it.
Abigail, age 7, from Elgin, says it might not be worth it and you might have to save if it's expensive.
Super. And we've got Isla again saying because they spend their money on important things and their children. So that's a good one. So grown-ups might not buy what they want because they're spending their money on what their children want. Super. Lisa, I wondered if you could tell us why people might not always get what they want even as an adult. Some ideas that you had?
Yeah, certainly, Miss McPherson, because it's true, even as adults, we don't always get what we want. So we might not have the income or the money to buy what we want. There might be something more important to spend money on, such as if our fridge is broken or our washing machine stopped working. What if we get a flat tire on our car and we can't get to work? The want might be too expensive or take a very long time to save up for, like a new house or a new car. And the needs take up all of the family's money, so there is less time and money to spend on wants.
Thanks, Lisa. There are lots of reasons why people might not always get what they want. Now, we're going to fast forward a few years or a few decades even. I want you to try and imagine that you are now an adult. So all of you watching at home, you're now an adult, you're a grown-up. And I want you to imagine, as an adult, what 3 wants you would want. So what 3 wants might you want in the future when you're all grown up? Have they changed from what you identified as what you wanted now? Write your ideas on paper or leave a comment for us to see. And I'm going to ask if we can join Tilly first this time to see if she can think about when she's grown up, which is quite a while away, Tilly, I know. But can you think about what you might want when you're a grown up?
Holiday.
A holiday, that's a good one, isn't it? Because no matter what age you are, a holiday is always a good idea. Super, thank you. Let's see if Charlie and Logan have any ideas.
A car, a house,
Car.
and food.
Super. So you would want a car and you would want a house as well. That's something that all grown-ups, I think, want, don't they?
Yeah.
Super, thank you. Let's see what the people at home maybe want in the future. So we've got Alexandra, who's 5, thinking along the same lines as you, Charlie. She wants a new car and a new house as well.
Sophia, who's age 6, wants to have happy children when she's all grown up.
Oh, that's a lovely one. I've got someone who wants a flying donkey. I don't know if that's going to be possible. If I'm honest.
And we've got Harry, who's age 7, holidays to see the world.
That's a great one. We've got Megan as well, who's saying a house and a car. So we've got lots of similar ones.
Yeah.
Super. Lisa, it's quite hard to imagine though what you want in the future. When you're so young, they're not going to be a grown up for quite a while. So do you have any other wants that the children at home might not have thought of?
Yeah, so a few of them that we have already covered. So we've already said holidays, but also travel in that. So not just a holiday where you go and relax by the beach, but maybe a bit of travelling to see the world as well. Start a family, which we've had one person say, so that you can spend your money on your children and not on yourself. And the other thing is things for your house. So some people said they wanted a house, Miss McPherson, but we actually need to buy furniture and flooring, etc. for that house. So that's some other things that we might want when we're growing up.
Some great suggestions there, Lisa. I think it's really important to highlight that although toys are really exciting at this age, as you grow up and become an adult, your wants become less about your personal desire. Instead, they become more family focused and are about benefiting other people rather than yourself. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Well, Lisa, it's actually time for my favourite part of this session, quiz time. We're now going to read out 4 questions based on today's session to see what you have learned. You can write your answers down on paper or comment them below for us to see before we reveal the correct answers.
You do love a quiz, Miss McPherson.
I really do. So number 1, what is a need? And we've even got bonus points today. So if you can say what a need is and give us an example, you can get a wee bonus point. And we're going to join Anna and Samuel to see if they can tell us what a need is. If we can.
We've got Nick and Tilly.
We've got Tilly, that's fine.
So Tilly, what do you need? What is a need?
House.
A house?
A house, yep. So that's an example of a need, but I wonder if you could tell us what a need actually is.
Food.
Is it the things that you want to have or the things that you need to have to live? Is it the things you need to have them, don't you?
Yeah. It's essential things that you need to survive, isn't it? And that's what lots of people are saying at home as well. Something that you need to live. So to enable you to live, you need these things. And we've got food coming through as an example. We've got Owen saying food and water.
We've all got Harry in a house. Yep.
Yep, super. Okay, let's try number 2 then. What is a want? So what do you think a want is? So remember, that's the opposite of a need. So we'll just wait for the comments to come in. What is a want? And again, we'll have some bonus points if you can give us an example. We've still got lots of people telling us some needs here.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the comments to come in. I wonder who'll be first. Oh, we've got Nicola giving us an example of a want with toys.
Yeah. Lewis is given as an example as well as a TV.
Super. And we've got Alexandra saying that a want is something that's not essential, like teddies or ice cream. Yeah, they're not essential, but we love to have them, don't we?
Yeah.
Number 3
is the same there, Miss McPherson. A want is something that you don't need but you would like a new toy.
Yeah, super. Great answers. Why might some people, not always get what they want? And let's join Charlie and Logan for this one. Why might some people not always get what they want? What do you think, boys?
Because they don't have enough money.
Yep, exactly. We spoke about that earlier, didn't we? If you only have enough money to buy all of your needs, then unfortunately you can't get your wants then, can you? Super. And we've got Cooper, who's saying the same as you. He's saying if you don't have enough money, then that might be a reason. And our last question, number 4, how might a person's wants change over time? And this time we'll see if we can join Anna and Samuel. Is that possible, Derek?
There we go. That's you. So why will it change? Should go up?
Because you grow up.
Yeah, exactly. As you become a grown-up, your wants might change. So like I said, it becomes less about you and more about other people, maybe if you have your own family. Great, guys, thank you. Let's see if anyone at home's got an answer to number 4. I think they're along the same lines. As they grow up, things change. Yeah, super. So let's finish off the session then with our quick quid questions. So this is some time in the session to answer some of your great questions about money. We're so lucky to have Lisa and her expertise here with us. So if you can think of a question, pop it in the comments below and we'll do our best to answer as many as we can. Let's join Tilly and Nick to see if Tilly would like to ask the first question today. You got a question for Lisa, Tilly, about needs and wants?
What are we talking about?
Well, our internet connection was dodgy for a second, but the question is, do you want to ask these guys a question? Do you want to ask Miss McPherson and Lisa a question? We were wondering what both of your biggest wants were.
So that's a good question. So at the moment, Tilly, my biggest want is to give my mummy a cuddle because I miss my mummy.
That's a lovely one. And my biggest want, I think I said it earlier, is to get back to school because I'm missing all of the children in my class very much. Thanks for a great question. Let's see if we've got any questions coming in at home.
We still have a few people answering question 4, I think.
I know, yeah, we do. Will we flip to Charlie and Logan and see if they've got a question then while we're waiting?
Yeah.
You got a question? What should I do if I want something but can't afford it?
It's a good question, Charlie. So if you can't afford it at the moment, what we could do is, as in previous lessons, we can maybe start to save up. So you can put some of your money that you get from your grown-ups, whether it's for doing some chores or for your birthday, pop it in your piggy bank or in your bank and start saving it up and keep a wee note of how much you have so that you know when you've got enough money to buy it.
Thank you. We've got Alexandra, who's 5, would like to know if you like working in the bank, Lisa.
Yeah, I've worked in the bank for a long time now, Alexander, and I really enjoy it. I've done lots of different jobs working in the bank, and it's a really good place to work.
Super. We've got... They're going so quickly. How can I save up for a goal or target I have? That's from Ollie.
Good question, Ollie. So very similar to Charlie, if you know how much you want to spend on your item or your want, if you write that down and then you put some money away every week or month when you get some, and you write it all down so that you know how long it's going to take you to save up that amount. And then when you have enough, you can buy it, or you can keep on saving and buy something even bigger.
Super. And we've got Lucy, who's 8, asking, if you had £3, Lisa, would you spend it on a need or a want?
So if I had £3, I would spend some of it on a need, I would spend some of it on a want, and I would also save some because I do like to save my money. So I'd split it 3 ways, I think, Miss McPherson, and I would put £1 in my needs, £1 in my wants, and £1 in my piggy bank.
Oh, that's a great idea, Lisa. We've got Shelby wants to know how old he needs to be to work.
So that depends on what work you're going to be doing, but for most bigger jobs, such as teaching and working in a bank and things, depending on you're going to go to college or university, you can start getting a job at 16 once you've got your national insurance number.
Super, thank you. Lots of great questions. I wonder if we could finish off with Anna and Samuel, just double check that if they've got a question.
I want new flip-flops.
You would like new flip-flops?
I like new flip-flops.
New flip-flops sound good for a holiday, maybe, once we can go on one. Yeah. Super, thank you. Sorry we didn't get through as many questions as what we used to, but we need to get ready for our next session.
Miss McPherson, I've got one final top tip for you before we go finishing off. Is that okay?
Yep, I love your top tips, Lisa.
Something for everyone to try at home. Now we've learned that food and water are things that we all need, but why don't you take this a step further? Write a shopping list for your next family shop and separate it into 2 columns, one for needs and one for wants. By doing this, it might help you realise that some things are missing from the list that you need to make meals, such as bread, milk, fruit and veg, or even eggs, which sometimes are hard to come by these days. Also, if it's a purely wants list, which you don't need, but you simply like to have, such as treats and ice cream, you should always try and make sure that your wants column is shorter than your needs column. As a family, you could choose a few wants and cross the rest off the list so that you can save some money and you're not buying a big shop.
A great tip, Lisa. I'll definitely try and make sure that my wants column is shorter than my needs column when I go on my next essential shopping trip this week.
I'll be asking you about it next week, Miss McPherson. So, to increase your understanding about needs and wants, why not visit the MoneySense website to learn more about money and play on some fun games? There's a dedicated students page for children aged 5 to 8. We hope that you can all see our MoneySense Mondays, same time, same place, in 2 weeks' time, Monday the 1st of June, as we're taking a break next week for the bank holiday. So join us on the 1st of June when we'll be talking about money and our feelings, and that's for both age groups.
Sounds like lots of fun. Like Lisa said, thanks for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed participating during this session. In the next session, we're going to be learning all about raising money for charity for age 8 to 12-year-olds. Have a great day, take care, and stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
In times like these, the people of the UK
have a unique ability to pull together.
At the Royal Bank, we're working together with the National Emergencies Trust
to raise money for the charities hard at work in our communities.
Whatever you can donate,
Royal Bank will double it.
Together, we can make a difference.
Together, we'll give thanks to those who go above and beyond.
Together, we'll make sure no one feels alone.
Together, we'll get help to those that need it most.
Together, we'll look after our neighbours.
Together, we'll do our bit.
Together, we can make a difference.
Hello and welcome to MoneySense Mondays. The session today is for young people aged between 8 and 12, and we'll be exploring enterprise, focusing on how to raise money for charity. My name is Lisa and I'm a community banker for the Royal Bank of Scotland. I cover Renfrewshire, Inverclyde and also North Ayrshire. Giving money to a good cause is something that you can do to make a person feel good, both mentally and physically. The word fundraising is used to describe raising money for a charity or a good cause. Anyone and everyone can fundraise. However, to do it successfully, it takes planning and organisation. And today, we're going to explore how to do this over the next 30 minutes.
Hello everyone, my name is Miss McPherson and I'm a primary teacher in Paisley in Scotland. I'm really missing school at the moment and I'm sure lots of you are at home too, so I'm delighted that RBS have asked me to co-host MoneySense Mondays and share lots of exciting activities with you. During today's session, you'll need some pens and paper. Hopefully you have these already, but if not, quickly go and collect them now. While we're waiting to make sure that everyone is ready to get started, let's say hello to some of you at home who have joined us today. So I can see that we've got Aaron who's age 10.
We've got Greg who's age 8.
We've got Sienna who's age 10 from Orkney.
And we have Nathan who's age 9.
Alex age 9 from Falkirk as well.
And we've got Timothy, age 12, again from St James Primary School.
One of my pupils, Lisa. Great, lots of people with us this afternoon, so let's just get started. Every year, millions of pounds are raised for good causes in the UK. I wonder if you can think of a time when you or a family member have been involved in raising some money for charity. What did you or that family member do, and who did you raise the money for? You might have even done something in the past few weeks with your family. I know that lots of people have been raising money for good causes at the moment. If anyone would like to tell us how they've raised money for charity and what they did, then let us know in the comments and we'll try and read some of them out.
Miss McPherson, I've done a little bit of fundraising for charity just before the coronavirus kicked in.
Amazing.
In the RBS in Greenock, we held a tombola and also a cake raffle, helping the developing young workforce. They have a go-kart team and we raised £100 towards their go-kart building, so that was really good and it made me feel good.
Amazing. Well, actually, just before the schools closed, everyone at St James in Paisley, where I work, were raising money for SCIAF. Our fantastic event organisers, led by Mrs Drew, organised fun Fridays. So we had things like a bake sale or a pyjama day or crazy hair day and managed to raise around £250.
Wow, that's amazing.
Let's see what some people at home are saying. So we've got Sonia saying she made some cakes. We had Race for Life as well, but I can't see who's said it because it's disappeared off my screen now. We've got someone raised £1,000 for cancer research.
We've got Kathleen who's saying in school they raised money for a hospice.
Super. We've got someone, Isaac, saying Captain Tom is actually an amazing example about raising money. So lots of people have probably heard about him.
Yes.
Got Charlie and Ellie saying that they raised money at school as well for children's cancer charity. It's a good one.
And Robin's telling us about on Good Morning Britain. We had a young boy who raised money. He's got cerebral palsy and he's raised a lot of money for charity as well.
Super. I wonder if we could join one of our connected families just now to see if they've raised any money for charity. So let's join Sophie and Gillian. Hi, welcome.
there.
This is your first session. It's lovely to have you with us.
Thank you. Do you want to
As
say what you did?
We did a big daily mail for kids who didn't have a school in Haiti.
Oh, fantastic. That's a great idea. So you walked a big daily mile to raise money for kids in Haiti who don't have a school. So was it to raise money to try and build them a school?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one. Thanks, Sophie. We'll come back to you soon. Some fantastic examples there, Lisa.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of people really doing their best to help charities. Now, I want you to have a think about what skills people need to have to be successful in raising money for charity. If you can think of any, write them down on paper or let us know in the comments below. And while we're waiting for those comments to come in, let's join our other family. We have Holly and Ellie are back with us. Hi, girls.
Hi.
Lovely to have you. Do you have any ideas what skills you might need to have to raise money for charity?
You need to be persuasive.
Persuasive, that's a good one. So try and persuade people that they should donate to your cause or your charity. Yep. Any other ones?
Really wanting to do it.
Yeah, you need to be really motivated, don't you? Great ideas. Thanks, girls. I wonder if anyone at home has sent a comment in. Any skills that you think that people need to have in order to be successful in raising money for charity? Determination. That's a great one. That's a bit like motivation as well, because if it doesn't really go to plan or it's not as successful as what you thought, you need to keep going. So you need to be really determined. That's a great one. Got Lorna said organised. Yep, you need to be really organised in order to raise money for charity. I've got Lee saying good money skills. Yep, need to be really good at maths, good numeracy. We've got money skills as well, maths from Timothy. Yep, super. So I think we're going to be able to see on the slides that there's lots of different skills that you need. So we thought of just a few to help you successfully raise money for charity. So first we have organisation. I think that was said already. Time management and planning. So you need to have good time management, plan it out before you get started. Motivation was one that we already had. We've had numeracy, so to be able to count the money made. Communication's a good one, and of course teamwork. Need to be good with working with other people. So talking of teamwork, let's hear from Lisa, our community banker, to tell us more about how the bank has been helping to raise money for charity.
Thank you, Miss McPherson. And the bank do a lot for charity. Here at the RBS, we are very passionate at supporting charities, and we support our staff to do the same. Each year we run lots of different events and campaigns to help them raise money for causes that they care about in branch. Right now we are helping customers and colleagues support the National Emergencies Trust, as you saw at the start of today's lesson, who are supporting the coronavirus relief efforts in the UK. We are matching all donations up to a total of £5 million. We also give our colleagues 3 days volunteering leave a year so that they can give their time to a good cause. We also help charities look after their money, just like you and your family members who have a bank account. Some of the charities bank millions of pounds in their accounts and they need support to manage this. Just as important as smaller charities that bank with us, we have to help them all work hard to make sure that every pound and penny is safe and in the bank. Last year, our staff at the Royal Bank of Scotland raised over £4.3 million for different charities. We also have partnerships with charities, which means that they are then able to carry out even more good work.
Wow, this actually sounds fantastic, Lisa. In order to raise money for charity, there are different steps that need to be considered. So on the screen now, you can see the different steps. We've got step 1, the cause or charity you will raise money for. Step 2, the exciting idea that will get people to give you money. Step 3, the activity that will be carried out to raise the money. Step 4, communicating the event to other people. And step 5, holding the event and calculating the profit, which is just the overall money made. So for each step, I want you to try and think of a question that needs to be thought about for fundraising to be successful. So remember back to the skills we spoke about planning. So it needs to be planned. So I want you to think of a question you would think about for each of these steps. For example, step 1, the cause. What does that charity need money for? So you might want to think what they're going to spend the money that you raise for them. Why don't you have a think about a question or questions that would be good to consider for the other 4 steps? So step 2 to step 5. You could write your ideas down on paper or leave a comment for us to see. If you can only think of a question for 1 or 2 of the steps, then that's fine. Don't worry, as always, just do your best. And we're going to join Holly and Ellie first this time to see if they can think of a question for 1 of the steps. Any ideas, girls?
Step 4, posters.
Was that posters you said for step 4?
Yeah.
Yep, so you might advertise it by creating posters. Are you quite arty? Do you like to draw and colour in and things?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So you might make a poster to advertise how you're going to fundraise. Super, that's a great one. Any other ones?
No.
Not sure. This is quite a tricky one, isn't it, Lisa?
Yeah.
I wonder if we could join Sophie and see if she's got any ideas.
Yeah, step 3. Yeah, we've got one for step 3. Go on.
What is the activity? Will it cost anything to set up? And what equipment is needed?
Yep, that's great questions, because when you're thinking about profit, you obviously need to take away how much money that you've spent to do that fundraising. So if you're spending £5 and you make £55, then you've only got £50 profit, haven't you? Because you've spent £5 to do it. That's a great one. And equipment that you need is a really good one as well, because if you decide, for example, that you're going to do a marathon or something, run a marathon, and you've got no trainers, then how can you do that? So you might need some equipment. That's a great one. Thanks, Sophie. I wonder if anyone at home's come up with any questions.
A lot of them are regarding the communicating the event to other people. A lot of the answers are coming in for that.
Super. I can see people suggesting that you might do it on the radio. So you might get in contact with the radio. I think that was
Sophie.
Sophie, yep. It said the radio, and we've got Lee saying adverts on the TV and other devices like your iPad, your phone, or your Kindle. Super.
So
Got Victoria. Victoria saying she would ask herself, will she manage to complete the activity? So she might have an idea, but she might not be able to complete it. Does she have that skill to complete that activity? This is a bit of a tricky one, I think, Lisa.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions that you've thought of for each step that you could share with us?
I do have a few, Miss McPherson, but there isn't a definitive correct answer here. So any questions that you have are right. There is no wrong answer. So for step 2, I was thinking around what is your method for raising money? Is it going to be exciting? Is your idea original? Has anyone ever done that before? And will people want to donate money? For step 3, I was thinking along the same as Sophie, how much will it cost? What equipment would I need? Can you borrow equipment, or are you going to have to buy it and then that's more money out of your profit? Step 4, how would you market or advertise the event? What age group are you looking to interest in your event? And then step 5, what is your estimated profit? How much do you want to make? And will you make more than you've spent? How are you going to calculate all of this? So these are some of the questions that I was maybe thinking around. But again, no right answer. So everyone who's given an answer, that's correct, because each individual event is different.
That's great. Thanks, Lisa. So, as we have learned from the previous activity, it's important that people involve themselves in exciting and challenging activities to raise money for charity. How many ways can you think of to raise money for a good cause? Write your ideas down on paper Or if you can, leave a comment for us below and we'll try and read them out. The more exciting and different, the better. And we're going to join Sophie to see if she has any ideas while we wait on the comments coming through.
Backpacking at the supermarkets.
That's a great one. I know that schools really involved in that. They'll pack people's bags at the supermarkets. Yep. Any other ones? Putting you right on the spot here, aren't we?
Sponsored walks.
Bake sales and
those are my favourite.
And sponsored walks.
Sponsored walks, yep, that's a good one. I remember when I was younger, I did a sponsored walk, but I actually did it in my pyjamas. Thanks, Sophie. We've got Ewan saying coffee morning. That's a great one as well. And
Yep.
Katie, along the same line, she said coffee morning as well.
Yep. Hope is saying a cupcake sale.
That's a good one. We've got Nayab saying fun run.
Hope's also saying the kilt walk, which has obviously been cancelled for this year, but we can get in good training for next year's kilt walk.
Super. We've got Tamsin saying that she could swim loads of lengths or run a big difference, so keeping herself fit while she's raising money for charity.
Sophie, her mum did a zip slide. So another good way and exciting.
We've got Owen saying washing cars, so you might wash people's cars to raise some money. That's a good one. Never thought of that one.
Ethan's also said a car wash.
Lots of car washes. That's a good one. We've got mud run. I think that would be quite exciting. Sponsored walk again by Freya. Lots and lots of different ones. That's great. Thank you. We're now going to...
Yeah. Some of the ones that I was thinking about was maybe along the lines of selling old clothes or old toys. You could maybe do that to try and do like a little card boot sale. Or someone can even shave all their hair off. Now, I know a lot of people have shaved their hair off during this lockdown and they haven't done it for charity. So maybe when they go for round 2, they can maybe start and raise some money for it as well, Miss McPherson.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. If they're doing it anyway, they may as well try and help people out.
Yep.
So we're now going to learn a little about 3 people in our local community. So we've got Mr. Ali, who has raised £500 for a care home close to where he lives. We've got Mr. Simmons, who lives in that care home. And we've got Mrs. Jamal, who owns and runs the care home. So Mr. Ali is the one that's raised the money. He's raised £500. Mr. Simmons is someone who lives in the care home, so he's looked after by the people who work in there. And Mrs. Jamal is the person who owns and runs the care home. So I want you to think about how each person would feel about the money that has been raised. So if we could get our emojis out again to express how you think each person might feel. So if you can either draw that on a bit of paper at home, draw an emoji on a bit of paper at home, or you can leave the comments for us below. How might each different one feel? And we're going to join Holly and Ellie to see if they've got any ideas.
I think they should feel happy.
You think they would all feel happy?
Yeah. Yeah, because they've raised quite money for whatever they were going to do it for.
Yeah, so Mr. Ali was the one that raised the money, so he would be happy. He would feel good about himself for raising that money. Mr. Simmons is obviously going to be benefiting from that money. And Mrs. Jamal will obviously be the one that spends the money, so she'll feel happy being able to spend that money on the people that are in her care home. Great, girls, thank you. We've got lots of happy faces coming in the comments as well, Lisa.
Yep, lots and lots of happy faces.
We've got Tamsin saying that Mr. Ali would feel proud. Yep, he would, for raising all that money. Mr. Simmons would be happy, and so would Mrs. Jamal.
Yep.
Yep, lots of just happy faces, I think, Lisa. I think everyone would be happy.
So again, Miss McPherson, there isn't a definitive answer here, and people can come up with lots of different ideas on how they would the learning should be, whether or not they're donating or receiving that money. There are positive experiences to be had and emotions to be felt depending on what you've done. Some people would feel excited by raising that amount of money. Other people would be overjoyed. When I raised money for the developing young workforce, I felt good because I was helping others. And without my help, they might not have been able to build their go-kart. So I definitely did. How about you? How did you feel raising money for SCIAF?
I really felt such a sense of achievement, Lisa, because I knew how much of a positive impact that money was going to have on others who really, really needed it.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Great comments, great emojis. We're now going to do my favourite time. It's quiz time. So we have 4 questions based on today's session to see what you have learnt. You can write your answers down on paper or comment them below for us to see before we reveal the correct answers. So number 1 today is asking us to name one skill needed to raise money for charity. So we spoke about this at the beginning, right at the very start. We spoke about all the different skills that you need to raise money successfully for charity. So let's join Sophie to see if she can remember one of the skills.
Planning
Planning.
Communication
And communication.
and organisation.
And organisation. You've got 3. That's amazing. Thank you. We need to be really well planned. Lots and lots of organisation goes into it, and we need to communicate well. Thanks, Sophie. We've got Nathan saying determination. Yep, that was a good one. Tamsin saying motivation as well.
Emma has said be good at maths. So you're
Super.
new.
And we've got Sienna saying teamwork.
So that's us got them all. I think Miss McPherson from this morning, you covered organisation, communication, motivation, time management, planning, and also our math skills.
Super. Number 2, what does profit mean? Can you remember what profit means? Let's see who's going to be first to get their comment in, Lisa. Lots of people still answering the first question. Oh, still waiting. What does profit mean?
There we go.
There we go. We've got Max. Well done, Max. Profit just means how much money you make.
Yep.
Number 3 then. What are the benefits of fundraising? What are the benefits of fundraising? So think about how it might make you feel. There's a wee clue for you. Wonder who'll be first this time.
It's like a little waiting game, isn't it? Waiting for the comments.
Oh, I keep refreshing my page to see if anyone's come in.
Happy.
There we go. Cheryl, great, happy. And we've got lots of people saying happy now too. We've got Frank saying happy. And we've got Nayab saying happy for helping others. Super. And last question then, what are some of the activities you could do to raise money? So we've had lots and lots of great suggestions from you, either what you've done or what you'd like to do. So just if you could send in a little comment of anything you think would be a great activity to raise money. And we're going to join the girls, Holly and Ellie, again to see if they've got any suggestions.
I think you can either do a performance at school or a bake sale.
Super. A bake sale's one that I would really like, I think.
Me too.
Great, girls, thank you. Got Nathan saying coffee morning. Bake sale as well. Katie saying a marathon.
That one's not for me.
No, I'll just go to the bake sales. Wash cars, that was a really popular one actually that I hadn't thought about. So you might go a walk or a run. You might have a sponsored silence. Parents, you might want to try that at home. Bake sale, music or drama performance like the girl said, or selling old clothes or toys. Super. So let's finish off our session today then with some quick quid questions. This is some time in the session to answer some of your fantastic questions about money. We're really lucky to have Lisa and her expertise here with us. So if you have a question, pop it in the comments below and we'll try our best to answer it. Let's join Sophie to see if she wants to start off the questions today. Do you have a question for Lisa?
Have you got any
Plans?
Plans for COVID-19?
To raise money for COVID-19.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Did you hear this?
So at the moment, I don't have any plans of my own. I'm working along with the bank and their plans, so I donated some money and the bank doubled it.
Super, thank you. Let's see what questions we've got coming in. Is there any apps kids can use for money? Sienna. Don't really know what she's meaning with that question. I'm assuming it's any apps to maybe track what money they've got. Do you know of any, Lisa?
So not as such. You have to be 13 for some of them, but I do know, I'm not sure if you're talking about like Go Henry and things like that, Sienna, but I'm not 100% sure of them apps as they're not bank apps. I would always just say the MoneySense website's really good and it gives you lots of hints and tips on how to keep track of your money rather than an alternative app.
We've got Rory, who's 9, asking, do you need to pay for a bank account?
So, no, not unless you want to pay for your bank account. Some bank accounts come with benefits which your grown-ups might pay for, but as a child you don't have to pay for your bank account. No, it's all free. You just have to put some money in it.
Super, thank you. We've got Tamsin, who's aged 10, asking how could she keep the money safe when people give it to her before she gives it to the charity?
So when you're doing your fundraising, if you have a little bum bag or a little bank or a little tin that you can put all your money in, and then take it to the bank as soon as you can once you've got it all calculated on how much you've made, and put it straight into the account. So I wouldn't be leaving it lying around. Always make sure it's in a safe place.
Super, and we've got, what are the downsides of working in the bank? And that's from Nayab, who's 12.
That's a good question, Nayab. So, the downsides. Sometimes people shout at me. But apart from that, there's not very many downsides. It's good hours, it's good pay, it's good colleagues. I really enjoy it.
I hope Nayab doesn't think that there's a downside to school where you get shouted at, because she's actually in my class as well. I wonder if we could join Holly and Ellie to finish off today's quick questions.
Should you give a lot of money to charity?
Yeah, I do. The main charities that I donate to are British Heart Foundation and Cancer Research, because both of them have a place in my heart.
Super, thanks girls, and thanks so much to you at home for some really interesting questions today, and thank you so much to Lisa for answering them for us.
One last did you know before we go, Miss McPherson. Did you know that people are the most generous and therefore donate the most money to good causes in the months November and December?
Really, Lisa? That's really interesting. That's usually when I spend most of my money in the lead up to Christmas.
Yep, but a lot of people do their donating then as well.
And that's a lovely thing.
Yep, thank you everyone for joining us here today. We hope you've really enjoyed learning more about raising money for charity. Remember, you can always log on to the mymoneysense.com website to learn more whilst at home. Why not try and have a go at playing the school fundraising interactive activity to help you plan your next charity event? The My MoneySense website includes lots of fun games, videos and articles for your grown-ups too.
Yes, you should definitely visit the My MoneySense website. Thank you all for joining us and for all of your hard work during today's session, especially our connected families. We hope you enjoyed participating, and we look forward to seeing you next MoneySense Monday, when we'll be learning all about money and our feelings, which will be in 2 weeks. So we're not here next week because it's a bank holiday. So we'll be back on Monday, the 1st of June. Have a lovely long weekend when it comes. Have a great day. Take care and stay safe. Bye.
Bye.